Welcome to Integrate. Today I want to talk about one of Integrate's founding pillars, which is the body. So in Integrate, we want to make sure we're addressing personal growth in the physical, in the mind, in the spirit, in relationships, and then of course, figuring out ways to tie all that together in integration. So one of the very big pillars in that is our body. And one of the things that is very important on that is because a lot of people do not know how to interact with our body. So it really doesn't matter where you're coming from, if you're coming from a religious setting or a more secular. A lot of people's understanding is to suppress and ignore and just basically trash our bodies. We do it with food, we do it with relationships, there's all different kinds of ways. And we don't really have an understanding of what our body is and why we should take care of it and why it should matter. So in the very core essence of what our body is our ability to interact with the outside world. Like our feet gives us references when we walk, we touch, we hear, we wouldn't be able to interact with the outside world without our body. And so it's our way we interact, and it's also the way the world interacts with us. So you can't touch what's in our head, right, without actually touching our body and those nerves coming up into our brain. So it is I guess you could say, that middle ground receptor. So it's us coming out to the world coming into us is through our body. So our body has a lot of good information and cues. It's telling our brain what's happening, and then we're telling our body to interact. So if we aren't connected and we don't have a good relationship with our body, we are literally missing all the cues and the information that we need to know on what's happening around us in the outside world. And there's a bunch of different ways that we do this. So if we are say you're a person who's more emotional and you're more controlled by your emotions at all times, you're quick-tempered, you're quick to get offended. A lot of times that's happening because you're ignoring the signals of what your body's telling you, and you're trying to bypass that by doing this mental bypass straight to your emotions and just letting them run the show. So that's one example of what happens when we don't have a good relationship with the body. And another one is if we abuse it and we eating like crap all the time, we're not exercising, and then we have low energy and we just feel like crap. That is our body saying we are not respecting and treating it properly. And then that, of course, has a lot of effect in the world. If you say want to go for a hike, you might not be able to do it if you're not in shape. If you have kids, you might not be able to get on the floor. If you're not eating right, you're going to feel sick and miserable all the time. And then your life is just going to be miserable, because how are you supposed to enjoy life if you just feel like crap all the time? So in Integrate, we like to put that thought into it. We like to put the biomechanics, the physicalness, getting that body into optimal posture, listening to our nervous system, being able to listen and process emotions in and out of our body so that it's an optimal tool for what it's designed for. So that way we can know and get every signal that it's trying to tell us about the outside world, and that we are able to actually take what's up here and that we would really like to be able to share to the world and actually have a vessel to be able to bring it out. So there you have it. So that is the integrated pillar of the body. So I hope that helped and made sense, and I'll see you in another video.